Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.
Half a day, I'm Claire Calvo bringing you your weekly renewal. Today I am here with Melanie K, who's visiting Guam. She's actually traveling and has been traveling around the world doing some pretty phenomenal work. Welcome, Melanie.
Thank you so much, Claire. It's a pleasure to be here.
We're so happy to have you here. So just share, so you are here for Kundalini Akhanda yoga workshop and classes. However, you're also called here to do some other pretty amazing work, earth activation. So can you explain to our viewers what exactly that entails? What does that mean?
Yeah, sure. So since even 2011 really, I've been called to different places on the planet to just go, arrive, and use my body as a channel to channel different energies, to transmute and transform frequencies that are being stagnated on the land, whether it's a trauma on the land or some kind of conflict, and so many different things come through ancestors. So I've been doing that work spontaneously and as my calling, as my spirit has been guided to since 2011, but in 2018, I was really called to do that work full time, and I had an abundance come through. So that's what I've been doing since 2018, just traveling around and being guided to all the major chakras and many of the minor chakras of the planet. I've gone and done the transmutation work. So I did an interview and a woman found me and she engaged with me and asked me, she felt very drawn to do work in the Byron Bay area in Australia, and I happened to be there for the pandemic. So we ended up doing work around Mount Wollumbin, which is also known as Mount Warning. Really powerful place, and it was actually being restricted in access during that time because of COVID and because of other things. Right. So the power of the mountain was actually not being recognized and acknowledged. So we went and did some work around that. And she grew up and lived here most of her life. So she invited me to come here to Guam. I knew nothing about Guam. And little by little, probably a couple months, 3 months before I committed to coming here, I just heard endless little reports about the Mariana Trench and the deepest place in the ocean, and this being like a place of 3 volcanoes coming and merging together. So I was like, I have to come. I have to do work here.
Right? There's no coincidences. You're meant to be here for sure.
Yeah.
And so, so most people right now, especially after these past few years, our overall health and wellness, holistic, bodies, that is a main concern for many people. So can you explain how that, not just collectively, but on an individual level, how that relates to our own personal health and wellness, the health and wellness of the planet?
Yeah, I feel so passionate about this actually, because I talk to this all the time, that our matter is made up of the earth's matter. Like our mothers eat of the earth and the things that are produced by the earth to build our bodies, like our elements are earth.
Right.
So there's just no separation for me at all with that. And I know that's a hard concept to grasp because we just feel like we're these individual bodies and we're walking around and we all have this individual free will. But at the same time, if you just think about every animal, every mineral, every plant, every human being, every spirit, we're all part of this human, with this like macro organism that's walking. And so we're directly related. Our physical well-being is directly related to Earth's well-being, and the Earth's well-being is directly related to our health and well-being. So just like we're dealing with all these cancers and all these things that are diseases, the more we can actually attune with that, harmonize it, and come back into health, the more we're actually helping the health of the planet and vice versa. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what it's really.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time for the part 2 of this segment with Melanie K.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.